This is Trashcraft here. A lot of you have been given access to your professor's iLearn classes, and I wanted to show you some things on the professor side of things to help you out with your mentoring in iLearn. So we are now currently in my beginning algebra class. I just want to show you a few things while we're here. So this is what it will look like for you as a TA. That's what it looks like for me as a professor. So whenever you're using a screen share with a student, you want to be in student view over here on the right hand side. Once you click on it, you see what the students see. And so this is really useful if you're trying to help your students to find an assignment. It looks just like your iLearn classes do now. Also, you can try to get ahead on some things. If you know that they're going to have lots of questions, or you anticipate them having lots of or a homework assignment, you can try it out on your own, and it won't change any of the grades in iLearn. So you can just take that quiz and prepare to tutor them and help them out with that quiz. So that is in student view. Again, if you're ever screen sharing, you want to show that screen to the students just so they don't see all that other stuff that the professor doesn't want them to see. So let's go back home, and I'll leave student view. Okay. So there's some cool tools in iLearn for professors. A lot of professors will take attendance using this tab over here on the left. And this is one way that you can check on your student and see how they're doing. We're going to blur out the names of these students so you won't see it, but just if I'm looking here at this first one, I can click on more, and it'll tell me how often that student's been present and how often that student has been absent. So if you're checking in on your student and you've noticed they haven't been in class, you can come and see how many absences they have and email them about that. Okay. You can also access more information about them in People. And you should be able to see their I number and what section they are. Obviously right now you can't because we blurred it out. But after you click on People, you will be able to see their I number. Especially if you're tutoring that student, you need to set up an appointment in iPlan, and you need their I number. That'd be very helpful to have. Okay, most of the rest of what we're going to talk about now is in grades. So in grades, I especially want to point out that you should not be changing anything that your professor has not asked you to change. So if they haven't asked you to grade anything, you do not change any of the grades. We will find out and hunt you down. So don't do that. A few things I want to point out: you can check on your student's grade. That is a sacred privilege to know that, so don't share that information with anyone else. Just to contact your student and say, hey, I noticed your grades are kind of slipping. Let's work on this. So you want to look at their grade. Their total grade is their overall grade. Sometimes iLearn puts it at the end of this long list of grades, so you may want to scroll until you find it. I did want to show you how to access old tests. So if your student has taken a test and they want to go over it with you, let's find one. The test just opened today, so somebody's taken it. Here we go. If you click on that, you have this special little arrow right here on the right-hand side. Now, again, you're not changing the grades. We're just going to see what they got wrong. So you can go to then Speed Grader. And this shows you what they saw when they took the test. So not everybody sees the same questions. So you want to make sure you're looking at the correct one. So if they want to go over the test with you, you can certainly feel free to share this screen with them and then help them with the questions that they got wrong. So let me scroll down to this student's. Okay, so they got question 20 wrong. You'll go over question 20 with them, and then you don't need to change anything of the scores or anything like that. This is just to go over the tests with them. You may notice on some of their homework, the professor or the TA may have left some comments. So if you want to talk about the comments with them that they're getting on their homework or things like that, that's going to be over here on the right-hand side for you. It's a different place than where the students will see those comments. Okay, one last thing. Let's go back to beginning algebra. One last thing is in the inbox. I'm sure most of you are familiar how to use that from using iLearn yourself. When you go to compose a message, you can compose it to just students in the course. So if I click on my class, I can say, okay, I want to send this to the students, and then I can click on which one I would like to send it to, or you can just start typing their names. If I know I want to send it to Ben, then it will pull up Ben from my class. So that's easy. Instead of trying to look up their BYU Idaho, you can just do it through iLearn. Oh no, I can't send it to nobody? Crazy. So that is some things in iLearn from the professor side of it. Again, I just want to emphasize, don't do anything in iLearn that your professor has not asked you to do. But these are things that you could do if the professor asked you to. If your professor asks you to put in grades, they will let you know how to do that. Let's go back to full screen. Okay, that was the iLearn training. Let me know if you have any questions about how to use iLearn as a mentor. Have a great day.